proposal to look at turning surface parking lots into housing sites. Council voted 21-1 today in favor of a review of more than 100 green P lots identified by staff as suitable sites for residential and mixed-use projects. The aim is to unlock more municipal land for affordable homes. The city currently owns more than 300 purpose-built parking facilities managed by the Toronto Parking Authority.
We're facing a housing crisis, and one of the best things that the City of Toronto can do, in addition to expediting our approval process and reforming our zoning, is take a look at city assets and underperforming city assets. And I would suggest that, a surface parking lot is not always the highest and best land use. So we're going to leverage those assets in some instances. The conversation today revolved around what the framework for that looks like. I moved a motion to suggest that we really ought to look at some of those Toronto Parking Authority lots that are actually losing money.
I would say this is not grasping at straws. This is changing the way the City of Toronto treats its land use, and it has been a challenge for a long time that the easiest thing to do was to grab a piece of land, throw some asphalt over it, and put down a couple of white lines and turn it into a parking lot. We call it lazy land. It's a wasted opportunity. We have a housing crisis. We don't have a parking crisis, and we need to deliver new affordable housing at speed and at scale on land that the City of Toronto already owns, because we can't afford to go out and spend tens of millions of dollars acquiring new sites.
In all of our networks, we've seen the conversation is Toronto livable. Within my network, so many have moved out to the Durham region, York, Peel, and it's a question on how do we make multimodal transit journeys accessible in my neighborhood. It's a 20-minute walk to a bus stop, 10-minute wait for the bus, another 20 minutes to get to Vic Park, Warden stations. To add 50 minutes by removing a parking space or parking lot is ridiculous when you talk about livability.
Well, I'm not too happy with the idea because I park here every day and it's pretty hard to find parking.
I think it is not thought out, and I think that many businesses will suffer. And
if it's affordable housing, I'm happy with that. You can find parking on the street.
City staff estimate there are around 130 parking lots with suitable designations to potentially support housing.